Hi, this is Josh with Huify. In today's section, we're going to cover custom views of your contacts in the HubSpot CRM. In our last video, we covered how to add a company or a contact to your HubSpot CRM. If you haven't watched that video, it's pretty important, and you're going to cover a lot of things in this video that built on the last one. So click below to watch that.
Okay, so now that we are in the CRM, let's go ahead and go to the contacts section. Here you should see either all contacts right here, or with default it'll start out with my contacts, which means you've been assigned. These are the contacts that you have been assigned as a salesperson, and the HubSpot owner is your email address. Now, I want to view all my contacts for right now because I'm trying to filter them. So I'm going to click all contacts for this demonstration. Now let's talk about how we can filter these contact views and get more out of this information than just looking at a sea of contacts. So we'll start with viewing contacts that have visited our site this month. So we'll click filter, we'll click time, last seen, or you can do last session if you prefer, and we will drop down and click this month. So now you can see that we've been able to filter our list down to a group of contacts that have seen our site or been on our site this month. So I'm going to hit add filter, but I want to narrow it down even more than this list. Even though this is only a few contacts, I want to narrow it down even more and see engagement. So I'm going to click another filter, and I'm going to add page views. So page views, we'll do number of page views, and we'll do is greater than 10. Because I want to just choose people who have been on our site, who have been clicking a lot of information, and who have viewed over 10 pages on our site. So now you can see I've got a list of really engaged people who are here. You can see John just signed on, so he is actually a customer. You can see there's a couple different leads here. This is one of our employees, so it's good to see that they're very active in viewing. And then you can see all the way over here on the right, you can actually see the number of page views that they've actually done. This is great information, so I'm going to say, you know what, I want to have access to this kind of a report on an ongoing basis. So I say report, I mean view, but basically it's the same thing. So I'm going to save this view, and I'm going to call it 10 plus views this month. And now every month I can hit this drop down. You'll see I've actually already saved the same one because it's so useful. But now I can just click and I'll be able to access this information with just a click of a button on the drop down. And this is a very valuable view for me. You can add many filters. There can be anything from seeing where they came from social, or when they were created, when they came onto your site, if they have different valuable information. This really is endless, but we just wanted to kind of crack the surface on what you can do with views. All of this can be done with companies as well. So let's just jump into that really quickly and show kind of how this can be useful with companies. So here are the companies that have visited our site, submitted leads, whatever else. Right now, I'm curious which of these companies are public. So I'm gonna hit the drop down, and I can see if I go down here, it says is public. So I'm gonna filter all of our companies by seeing if they have gone public or not. We're going to say equals true. Let's add filter. So now inside this list, I can save this view as public companies. And now I can reference this list anytime I want to see which one of our leads are publicly traded companies.
Great, you should have a good understanding now of how to create custom lists in the HubSpot CRM. In our next video, we're going to cover deals, also known as opportunities in other CRMs. This is probably the most important part in the CRM because it helps you track which deals are going to close, when they're going to close, the likelihood that they will close, and even helps you do some really cool things with setting monthly quotas.